Hi, I'm Christina from My Journey to Never Ending Joy, and today I'm going to be sharing some tips with you on how to keep your house clean with a toddler. Now, I only have one toddler, so I'm not sure how this would work out with multiple children or multiple toddlers, but these are just some of the things that I have found helpful to keep our house clean. Now, I love to have my house perfectly clean all the time, but that's not always possible, so I just try to do the best that I can. Now, one of the messiest things with having a toddler or any children is the toys. Now, Miles does not have a lot of toys. I'm not against having a lot of toys, he just doesn't have a lot of toys. They're mostly here in the living room, and I recently went to the Dollar Tree, which I did a video on this. I'll link that down in the description box if you're interested in checking that out, how I kind of have his toys organized. But anyways, he plays with them throughout the day, and we pick up them twice a day. We used to just do in the evenings before he went to bed, but I also switched over to doing it before nap time as well. Jen from How Jen Does It mentioned that's what she did when her boys were younger, and I started implementing that several months ago, and let me tell you, it is so nice to be able to have that cleanup time about halfway through the day. It kind of resets the house, resets the toys for him, and also when I lay him down for his nap, I can get my cleaning done and get stuff done, and the house is clean and the toys are picked up, and I don't have to worry about all the mess in the living room or picking it up myself. I want him to start to get in the habit of picking up his toys. Now, he's only 17 months, so I have specific bins for his toys, but he does not comprehend that they go in certain bins. And you know what? That's okay. I'm not expecting him to perfectly pick up his toys or keep them organized or anything like that. That will come as he gets older. Now, when we are picking up his toys, I tell him, put your toys in this bin, or your books go in here. So I am kind of teaching him the proper bins that they go in, but I'm not stressing out about him putting them in the certain bins that they go in. When I'm picking up his toys, of course, obviously I put them in the proper bins, but the idea is that he is picking up his toys and he is learning to do that. When Miles plays, he just gets out a bunch of toys, and then he moves on to the next thing and gets out a bunch of toys, and so there's quite a mess everywhere, and he's not quite to the point where he can learn to clean up one mess before he makes another mess. When I'm doing activities with him, I kind of teach that to him. I say, okay, let's pick up, and we pick up with what we're doing, and then he can get out something else. So that's another thing that he's going to be learning as he gets older, to put things away before he gets out another mess. And as he gets older, that'll help keep the toys a little bit more contained, the mess a little bit more contained, but at 17 months, I don't expect him to be able to do that now. So the second messiest area with a toddler is the high chair and floor area. Now, Miles just finished breakfast. He ate a banana muffin, and there's crumbs everywhere, and I need to clean him up. And I like to do this right away because I don't want it to sit, because it's just another mess to take care of. So if I clean it up right away, it takes me just a few minutes to do this. So I just clean them up, obviously, with a wet rag. Yeah. And I do this after every meal, after every snack time, because if I stay on top of it, it just takes me a few minutes, and it's not really that big of a deal. Hey, you got crumbs all over you? So I just dust all the crumbs off of him onto his chair and the floor. And it takes me just a few minutes. Why don't you sit right here? Sit right there, okay? And I just knock everything onto the floor. Now, if it's something sticky like pasta or meat or jelly or something, then obviously I don't knock it on the floor because, that's going to make a bigger of a mess for me. So I just clean this up. So now it's all on the floor. And I'm just going to grab the broom real quick, and I'm just going to sweep this up. Now, I sweep the floor once a day, either after I'm done with the breakfast dishes or at night, just kind of depends on what I've got going on. But I just sweep right here underneath his chair the mess that he made. And then when I'm finished with the dishes, then I go ahead and sweep the whole floor. But if I just focus on this little area right now, it helps to keep the house clean, and it's just less work for me. And as you can see, that took me just a few minutes to do that, and then I can just take this up to the sink and wash it when I wash the breakfast dishes. I don't like to leave it there because he can walk through it, track it around the house or whatever. Sometimes after I'm done with the dishes, I might get distracted or forget to sweep the floor till later, and I don't want that sitting there. And also I clean out his high chair because the next time when I go to feed him, I don't want to put him in there and have there be crumbs and then have to clean it out. So I find that doing it right away, keeping on top of it, really helps to maintain this area, keep it clean, and less stress for me. So yeah, that's what I find that's easiest. So if there's a little bit more of a mess than just sweeping, like, you know, something sticky on the floor or wet or something, then I just take my wash rag and I just spot clean really good. I don't have to mop the whole floor. I just spot clean it until I mop it later on or whatever. So if you're not already doing that, I highly recommend doing that after every meal, after every snack time, because toddlers make a mess on the floor. Another helpful tip is to get your child involved in your daily chores. Miles loves to help out with laundry, sweeping, unloading the dishwasher, all those sorts of things, because he sees me do them, and some of the things he can help with. Now, he doesn't do them perfectly, and that's okay. I don't expect him to. I just want him to be able to learn to start helping out. And just the smile on his face that he gets when he is helping out with chores and stuff, it's just so cute. And I figured I'd better take advantage of it now, because as he gets older, he probably won't enjoy it so much. Each morning and evening when I get Miles dressed and undressed, I always teach him to put his clothes in the laundry basket. This will help stick with him as he gets older. Of course, obviously now he's not going to do this all the time, so I'm training him to pick up after himself with his clothes and to put them in his laundry basket. So that way, as he gets older, he'll learn to do that himself, and I don't have to go around behind him and clean up his room for him and put all his clothes away, or when I go to do the laundry, I don't have to gather all the clothes all over the place. And this really helps him keep his room clean, and he's learning as he gets older. Oh no. Put it in there. The important thing is to start them out at this young age to learn to pick up after themselves, to learn to start cleaning up and doing chores and stuff, because you don't want to be going around behind everybody, picking up everything and doing everything. You want to start getting them involved now, so that way they learn as they get older. So those are all the tips that I have for you today. I hope they were helpful to you, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.